Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So, do you know anybody who's super argumentative? Argues all the time? Every time you hang out with them or, they comment on your social media, they're trying to argue some point with you, trying to argue against what you're saying, trying to bait you into some kind of debate, some kind of fight. You got to drop those people from your scene, from your social circle. They're just people with negative mindsets. These are weak people who have a low self-esteem, low sense of self-worth, and they lash out at any chance they get in order to fight with others. Some people that are super argumentative are they're just like lawyers in law school. Because a lawyer, somebody who's in law school and wants to become a lawyer, they get so excited with the tactics that they learn about debate and the game of debate in itself, what it is a game to them, gets to be so fun, just like any other game. Playing video games or playing tennis, anything, they just love the competition. So they'll take an adversarial position to anything you say. You could say up there, immediately say down. They want to fight about it. It doesn't matter what you say. You could say left and they're going to say right. You can say red and they're going to say blue. They're going to fight any topic, doesn't matter. And they'll do this relentlessly. That's why law students are so annoying. But I know people that aren't law students that just do this, I guess, for a hobby because it's a part of their personality. It's part of their character. I think it's a flaw. It's a personality disorder to be too argumentative. Usually it's people that have a low sense of self-esteem and a low sense of self-confidence. And they just can't let things go. They have to prove their point all the time. And this kind of proving their point, being right, makes them feel good about themselves. It's for the moment. If they've baited somebody into an argument and won it, they can feel a sense of power, empowerment, a temporary sense of empowerment. So they can live for the rest of the day. But it doesn't last long. These people can argue relentlessly, and you think, well, gosh, why are you so angry? Well, why are you? Do you not like me? Are we not friends anymore? Many of these people may just like you just fine, but they just are addicted to this game that they're playing. It's also somebody who doesn't have a high sense of self-awareness. They're less self-aware, and they don't really have an awareness of their own actions or their own words. Do you know people like that who say shit that is just so inappropriate sometimes and you wonder, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's a condition. And there's different, levels of it. Some people have it so bad where, it's almost like Tourette's syndrome where they're just blurting out rude shit and they can't control it. And some people just do it and they justify it through, well, I'm just a real person and this is how I talk and you can't hold me in. But we all have a sense of self-awareness to be able to realize that this may not be appropriate or this may not matter or this type of behavior, to be aware of yourself and to what you're thinking, how you're talking. That's important. And if you have no sense of self-awareness, that's a real problem. So you need to work on that. Somebody who is super argumentative is usually less resilient. And how do I say it? They don't really have problem-solving skills, which can lead to anger, it can lead to frustration. They don't bounce back very easily. They have more difficulty solving problems. They're drama-filled. They can react in really outrageous ways, have wild behavior. So what do I do with people like this who display these types of character traits? Is I personally, if it's social media, I unfollow them. And I will unfriend them if they continue to run their mouths or to try to be combative, because I don't need to argue about nothing. I don't need to argue about anything, really. I'm not an arguing type of person. A healthy debate about stuff is fine, but there's a limit for me. Because I generally don't care what you think. I generally don't care. I don't mean that in a negative way or like in a rude way. I mean that in a liberating way. You can think whatever you want to think. That's fine. You want to, believe something that I might think is not true. I don't have to fight you on that. It's okay. It's a free country. Everybody can think what they want to think. But I don't have to hang out with you if you're always trying to fight your point. Always trying to plant your flag in my foot. I don't need to follow your beliefs. I can have my own too. You can have yours and I can have mine. I will separate myself from people. I won't get baited into their game. And, the harshest treatment that I give people like that is I just cut them out of my life completely. I'm done with you. I don't ever need to call you again or see you again or to text you again, or I'll delete you off social media. We just don't need to be friends. Because if this is how you are, you want to fight all the time about everything, I don't have energy for that. I'm expending all my energy towards trying to create a positive mindset for myself. To be able to take control of my self-talk so I can be confident, so I can have a high level of resilience, so I can have character traits that can make me move forward in life and become successful, to be able to accomplish my daily discipline and my program of mind, body, and soul. I'm all about that shit, and that's where all my energy gets focused. I don't need to argue with you about nothing, about how to pronounce the color orange, or politics or anything. I don't care. I can have my beliefs, you can have yours. We can disagree. I don't have to unfriend people because I disagree. I have lots of people that are in my life that are friends of mine, good friends of mine, that are literally on the other side of the aisle politically. I don't believe nothing that they believe. I'm not into nothing that they're into. We can still be friends. But the second it gets to be this battle where they're trying to change my mind about shit, you know what? They want to argue about stuff. You know what? Get out of here. Take a hike. You can't really help everybody. I like to be able to help people. I like to be able to make people stronger. That's my big thing, is to help people become stronger mentally, because it's all about mental strength. When you have mental strength, you can have physical strength. When you have mental strength, you can be successful. The mentally strong people are the ones who survive, the ones who thrive in the most adverse conditions. The mentally strong people are the true warriors. I love to create warriors. I've recognized that there's weakness around me and I love to bring people up, but I'm not going to argue about it with you. And somebody who likes to argue too much, somebody who's overly argumentative, they're going a completely different direction than I am. These are like the hecklers at a comedy club. These are barriers in front of your path to success. These are people that are dead weight on you trying to move forward because of some of these character traits. And if you find that yourself, that you're overly argumentative, you notice, geez, I've gone all week, just feel like I've really been arguing people. You'll notice, because it won't feel good and you'll be tired. It's exhausting to argue with people, trying to change their mind, trying to spew your beliefs, trying to force your worldviews and politics down people's throats. But you have to work on yourself and to recognize some of these character flaws so you can get over this personality disorder, and then you can take control of your mindset and you can stop reacting in this silly way. Stop playing the game of debate like these lawyers. It'll just lead you to a more healthy, productive lifestyle. It's better to be calm. This is one thing that warriors know. Warriors are usually stoic and rather silent. The loudest guy in the room running his mouth is not the warrior in the room. That's the weakness in the room. So I just wanted to kind of flesh this topic out a little bit, talk about it a little bit. I'm no expert on it, but I have done a little bit of research on some very prestigious websites and read some very interesting papers like Harvard Review and various different places about why, the psychology of it, why people are so argumentative, especially nowadays. It feels like people are more argumentative now than ever before. And I'm just wondering why. What's wrong with these people? So it's just food for thought. Thanks for watching.